Hey coin collectors, welcome to DC Coin World International Coin Channel. And today we have the Mercury Dime from the United States of America, and we have three of them here. So I think that means we're probably pretty lucky because there's three different mint marks and we got three coins here. Now a lot of you, when you hear the term 1943, say, yeah, I know there was a special coin that year. It wasn't the dime. It wasn't these Mercury dimes. However, these Mercury dimes can be worth as much as $15,000 to $20,000 each if you get them in really good condition. Well, what was the special coin that year? Well, that year, of course, was the year that they came out with the 1943 steel pennies. And so this is a D, and this is a no mint mark Philadelphia. And these are pennies, and I know most of you are used to seeing pennies that look something like this. And that's what they did was they wanted to use the copper for munitions and other war stuff because 1943 was the middle of World War II. And so you can hear those. So I just picked them both up on my magnet, my trusty magnet. So they were steel cents, and they only made them the 1 year, and they're very cool to look at. And you look at them, they look a lot like there might be silver, but they are not. They're steel. So that's the special coin that came out in 1943. However, these coins also came out in 1943, and they are pretty special if you have a great version of one, because they're some of the most expensive dimes in U.S. history. Now, what you need to do for a special version, I can talk to you about that. But one of the things you're going to see when you have a special version of these is you're going to see all the curls. You're going to see the feathers on, like these indentations on this side, the far side too. You'll be able to see the feathers here, and you'll be able to see a little rim here, and you'll be able to see incredible definition in the lips, the eyes, and even as you go down through the neck, you'll be able to see some definition. Well, that's not this coin, that's not any of these coins, but some of them are pretty good. That one's got some pretty nice feathers on it, doesn't it? So what's going on here is Mercury, the Roman god Mercury, is wearing this cap called a Phrygian cap. And the Phrygian cap has wings on it, and that allows Mercury to fly. And so we put Mercury on the dime beginning in 1916, actually an odd time just before World War I, or before we entered World War I. And then this dime, of course, is in the middle of World War II. And guess what? This dime ended at the end of World War II, unfortunately, in a way. And that's because it ended upon Franklin Delano Roosevelt's death. In 1945, he died. In 1946, they came out with the Roosevelt silver dimes. Now, these coins are silver. They're 90% silver. They're worth about $3 each just in silver. And I was able to get a bunch of them for $3 each because they weren't in great condition. And you see that when I talked about three mint marks, we got all three of them here. We have an S over here on the left, a D here, and no mint mark here. And when I say all three mint marks, what I mean is the S, the D, and the lack of mint marks. In 1943 in Philadelphia, over here on the right, they made 191 million of these. If you can get this at an MS 65 full bands, it's worth $50. At the Denver Mint, they made almost 72 million of them, and that's also worth about $50 at full MS 65 full bands. And then there's the San Francisco Mint. They only made 60.4 million, but these were all regular circulating coins. I have seen a proof-like coin on PCGS, and the proof-like coin actually is really good shape, but it only sells for about, I believe, about $900, $600 to $900. These three coins, however, sell between $15,000 and $20,000, or have for each one of them, if they have the full bands. Do we have any bands here at all? And what are bands? And what are we looking for? Well, if you're looking for the full bands version, what you do is this one, you need to look at the lines going down and the lines going across. And let's just magnify this. And no matter how much we magnify this, we are not be able to see those lines going down. We see this evidence there may be some bands on there, but we can't really see them. How about this one here? This is much better. We see that there must be some bands here. There's actually a kind of a rope or ribbon that goes through here. If you get a really good version of this, you can actually see how sharp the blade is on this. Fasces, they call it. On the back of the coin, you see it says United States of America going around. There's a star on each side of the United States of America. One dime here, and then way down in the little space between the E and the branch of the olive tree. And you can actually tell it's an olive tree on the best ones because you can see the little olives down in it. So there's some bands going down here, and then you can see like the rope going through. Let's see if we can see. This one's a little bit better. You can actually see most of it. So see, if you have the full bands up here, you'll see separations between the bands. You see a little bit of it there. And you'll see separation between the bands. You'll see all the lines going down, and then you'll see these ropes going across, and you'll see a really sharp blade. This is kind of a dull blade, but it's still pretty good. Notice how there's a dot between United States of, right there, those three dots. Those are not stars. And notice how the leaves from the olive tree or branch go right up and actually touch right into the O of America. O of. All right, and there's our stars. So get one of these, get it in really, really good shape, and you can have lots and lots of money. But unfortunately, probably the only way you're going to get one in that good a shape would be to buy one for what it costs. All right, have a great day from DC Coin World International Coin Channel. I'd love to have you subscribe to our channel and leave any comments you might have in the comments section.